Christopher Nkunku scores hat-trick in emphatic Carabao Cup win for Blues. Report and free match highlights from the Carabao Cup third-round clash between Premier League side Chelsea and League Two Barrow at Stamford Bridge. Christopher Nkunku scores hat-trick in emphatic win, sending Blues into fourth round. Christopher Nkunku scored a hat-trick as Chelsea eased into the fourth round of the Carabao Cup by thumping Barrow 5-0. Nkunku set the Blues on their way with an exquisite early double, while Paul Farman's own goal following a Joao Felix free kick made it 3 before the break at Stamford Bridge. Pedro Neto added a fourth shortly after the restart against the side currently sat at the top of League Two, but 63 places below Chelsea in the pyramid. Nkunku then completed his treble in the 75th minute following a mistake from Farman. It took just 8 minutes for Chelsea to find the leaders Joao Felix and Nkunku combined, with the former dinking one over the Barrow defenders for the latter to run onto before volleying home low first time. Nkunku notched his second after 15 minutes, with a lovely flicked heel finish from Malo Gusto's ball in from the right. Just before the half hour it was 3, as Felix's free kick came off the post before bouncing off the back of the unfortunate goalkeeper Farman and going in. There was no let-up from Chelsea as they added a fourth quickly after the break. A mistake at the back for Barrow, seeing a quick counter finish with Mykhailo Mudryk squaring for Neto to tap in his first goal for the club. Nkunku then made it 5, rounding off his hat-trick, after a slip from Farman as he tried to take the ball away from the striker gave him the opportunity to slide the ball into an empty net. Chelsea manager Enzo Maresca: "This is the most important thing for me, that they make my choices difficult. Because it means they are all doing well. This is the key point. Depends on the moment in the season. You can have injuries and problems. At this moment we have our whole squad available and we have the chance to share minutes around. I'm happy for Pedro Neto, Christopher Nkunku, Joao Felix and for all of them. I said already they all deserve to play from the start in the Premier League. They are not playing in this moment, but the way they've taken their chance when we've given them minutes has been fantastic. It was a complete change of 11 for Chelsea, but you would have barely known it from the players on the pitch. Rarely has the disparity in the pyramid been reflected quite like this, when a second-string side contains this many multi-million-pound players and stars. Nkunku shone with some fine finishes, Joao Felix pulled the strings just behind him. The wingers Neto and Mudryk look lively on the wings. And all of them are unlikely to be back in the side when Chelsea are back in Premier League action on Saturday. Some will not even be in the matchday squad. Enzo Maresca has an embarrassment of riches at his disposal, to say the least. I'm really proud of the boys. It's difficult when you come to the home of a top 6 Premier League team. Even within that league those teams are in a league within itself, and they have some world-class players. If that's their second-string team, then wow. We're doing really well in the league and the boys haven't come here and disgraced themselves. Now it's back to our bread and butter. We've got first versus second on Saturday. What's next for Chelsea? Chelsea are back in action in the Premier League at Stamford Bridge for a 3 p.m. Saturday kick-off against Brighton. Barrow have a League Two trip to Gillingham at the same time, a top-of-the-table clash. Christopher Nkunku bagged a hat-trick as Chelsea cruised to a 5-0 win over League Two side Barrow in the third round of the Carabao Cup on Tuesday, September 24th. Stamford Bridge hosted the contest as the hosts barely left second gear throughout the evening. Blues manager Enzo Maresca opted to heavily rotate his side, making 11 changes to the starting lineup that beat West Ham United 3-0. Pedro Neto, Mykhailo Mudryk, and Joao Felix joined Nkunku in attack while Cesare Carcedet earned his first start of the season. It was a great start for Chelsea, who opened the scoring in the 8th minute. A stunning chip-through ball from Felix found Nkunku in the box, who edged it past the keeper to break the deadlock. The Frenchman doubled his and the side's tally 7 minutes later with an audacious flick. Malo Gusto sent a low ball in from the right and Nkunku's brilliant effort nestled in the bottom corner to make it 2-0. Felix then made it 3-0 with a brilliant free kick from the edge of the box, which was eventually awarded as an own goal by Barrow keeper Paul Farman. The second half was more of the same as the hosts exerted the dominance over their lower-ranked opposition. Neto got his first goal for the side with a simple tap-in after being set up by Mudryk in the 48th minute. Nkunku then completed his hat-trick in the 75th minute after a mistake at the back by the keeper, robbing him of the ball and turning it home into an empty net. Chelsea satisfied expectations with a convincing win over the League Two leaders and will now prepare to face Brighton and Hove Albion in the Premier League next. Here are the player ratings. Chelsea player ratings. Philip Jorgensen 6.5. Jorgensen was reduced to a mere spectator for the majority of the game as Chelsea completely dominated the affair. He had to make just one save all game and also looked comfortable on the ball. Malo Gusto 7/10. Gusto played for just 45 minutes on his comeback from injury, but settled in well and was lively down the right, collecting an assist for Nkunku's second. Axel Disasi 6.5. The Frenchman was an assured presence at the back while also coming close to getting on the scoresheet himself in the second half. Benoit Badiashile 6/10. He had a decent game, doing well to deal with Barrow's threat from set pieces. Renato Veiga 7/10. Veiga displayed his talent and versatility in the fixture. He began the game at left back and played as a central defender for the second period. The Portuguese youngster looked assured in possession, completing 89% of his passes, 85/95, with 8 passes into the final third. Cesare Carcedet 6/10. Carcedet earned a rare appearance but had a largely pedestrian outing playing at the base of Chelsea's midfield. Kiernan Dewsbury Hall 6.5. The midfielder combined well with the forwards in the first half and came close to scoring his first Chelsea goal in the second period. Pedro Neto 7/10. He was lively down the right flank, a more natural position for him after being used at the opposite wing at times this season. His pace and dribbling caused issues for Barrow and he also opened his tally for the side with a simple tap-in. Joao Felix 8.5. Felix oozed class and creativity as his movement and passing were a major threat for the visitors. He showed his gifted technical ability with a scooped assist for Nkunku's first and deserved to get on the scoresheet himself with his accurate free kick. Mykhailo Mudryk 6.5. He had his moments of quality down the left, including the assist for Neto's goal, but remains inconsistent with his decision-making in the final third. Christopher Nkunku 9/10. Nkunku made a statement to become a more regular starter under Enzo Maresca with a brilliant hat-trick, albeit against inferior opposition. His finishing, particularly his second goal, was a joy to watch. Substitutes. Ben Chilwell 6/10. After being put on the transfer market during the summer by Chelsea, Chilwell completed his reintegration into the team with his first appearance of the season. He came on for Gusto for the second period and was deployed as an inverted fullback, a role unnatural to him. Still, he looked decent but did not get enough touches. Tariq George 6.5. He had a chance to get on the scoresheet but sent his effort wide. Looked good on the right flank. Josh Akimpong 6.5. The highly touted prospect made his season debut and was comfortable in possession.